So you're looking somewhat sober,
Yeah, which is a surprise
which
considering.
is a rarity.
Yeah, well, luckily I'm drinking again, so I can catch back up. But I was telling you guys before we started that I got super blackout drunk on Friday because I graduated that class I was in all week, and I just really wanted to unwind by myself doing shots like an alcoholic. And I was watching Letterkenny, and they reference Creed like quickly. You know, they fast talk, and I was like, Creed, that's so funny, just for reference sake. And I started playing it on my phone and being stupid. And then I woke up, then I passed out rather. And then today, which is Sunday, 2 days later, I got an email from an eBay seller saying, "What is your size, sir?" And I was like, I'm sorry. And I did the research, and I had bought a Creed shirt when I was blackout drunk. And I was like, oh. And so I was just like, large, please.
Which is funny because what would you say your favorite Creed song is?
Ooh, there's just
With arms
There's
wide
wide
open.
open. There's just
We
so
both
many.
went there.
my sacrifice. I think that's the only two they have.
That's Nickelback.
No, it's not.
I almost went into Photograph.
Oh, okay. Oh, I got you.
See, why do you always assume I'm wrong?
It's just safer to assume you're wrong rather than give you props for being right.
Yeah, so I not giving too much away, but I ordered something on Amazon, and I was typing in my street address, and it was Beach Lane, and hopefully psychos don't try to Uber Google that.
It happens.
But speaking of which,
Yeah, we got something.
yeah, we got something for that later. But autocorrect changed beach to bitch, and so it was
How often are you typing bitch? that
much more
it's-
than I'm typing beach, and most of my conversations with our executive producer.
It's true. That's true.
And so this like little nerdy dude, because I was buying a computer with a terabyte of storage. I'm not sure if that's a lot.
It sounds like a lot.
I mean, is it enough for all the porn that I'm into?
That you watch? No, not at all.
Fuck, I need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, lucky I just hit buy again.
There you go. Exactly.
Yes,
Yeah.
But yeah, so this dude sends me an email. I could tell he's some like little tech nerd. And he's like, "Sir, I just want to confirm the address you sent me." And I look at it, and instead of beach, it says bitch, bitch lane. And I was like, "That's beach. I'm sorry."
Listen here, little bitch.
Send me my shit.
That's funny.
Welcome to the Smoke Pit.
Hey.
You got your hosts here, myself, Dan Sharp, my co-host, Mike Sensi, our executive producer, Michael Stedman.
Michael B. Stedman, right?
Who is referred to as...
Is it B? I don't know. Is it bitch?
No, it's J.
Oh.
Yeah, because he's got Irish descent, so everybody's name is either John or Michael.
No,
or
it makes sense.
Joseph.
Joseph, that's my middle name. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what's really funny about the Irish? I don't want to tell you this because then it'll ruin the surprise. But now that I know your first, your middle, and your last, just what's a very Irish last four of your social security?
Yeah, exactly. If you give me your credit and debit card number just to be safe.
Yeah, I'll tell you how long you live.
Exactly.
But yeah, so our executive producer is referred to as EP Mike to avoid confusion.
Yeah.
Co-host is referred to as CP Mike.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that stands for? Cream Pie King.
Cops protect. Oh.
Which Cream Pie is our promo code for Combat Comb Over. Fantastic hair products and beard oil. Check them out at combatcombover.com. So,
Boom.
so
First-
what are we talking about today?
Well, I know you want to allude to this thing that's sitting in front of us. This morning, Dan texted me. He was like, "Hey, man, you got anything for the show?" And as I wanted to do, I go, "No." And he goes, "Cool, it's all on me." But he goes, "Also, you have a letter here." And he made a joke like, "You got a letter from Canada, and it says you are the father or whatever." I thought he was fucking around. So I was like, "Okay, cool." And so I get here, and he's like, "Yeah, your letter's on the table." And I was like, "Okay." And so literally, I have a letter from a fan, which I'm going to read to you all right now. This is 100% real.
Yeah, like he just opened this.
I
Like,
just opened
and I
this.
laughed so far. I ugly laughed.
He did. He snorted a lot.
Yeah, and so while he's pulling that open, we do have a P.O. box where we receive fan mail, paternity suits,
Jesus.
products for sampling.
Right.
So check out our website, popsmokemedia.com.
.com. There you
Yeah,
go.
we can also check out our merchandise. We got new Pop Smoke t-shirts. Womp, womp, womp.
Yeah, just all the plugs out front. Let's get it all done.
Yeah, we should actually have new merchandise by the time this drops. I believe on the 31st, we're launching a new t-shirt that I designed.
Yep.
Which I'm actually wearing one I designed for Valhalla wear. It
Yep.
says classically trained, and it's got some iron sights on there.
I do like that design.
Yeah, because I mean, it's a shameless ripoff of the classically trained with like the Nintendo controller,
Right.
you know?
but for older vets.
Yeah, but for older vets,
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. It sold pretty quick. Got another one. It was like highly skilled in profanity. It's got an A10 dropping an F-bomb.
Yep.
Yeah.
All good stuff.
Yeah. You want to see the shirt? Can we go ahead and say, because we'll probably be live by the time then.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's military grade alcoholic.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's pretty cool.
Yep.
And unlike most military grade things, such as co-host Mike Sliver,
Yeah.
it's actually high quality.
Yeah, it's nice. I will definitely be wearing them.
Yeah, unless you buy another 10 Creed shirts.
Oh man. I'm so excited for that to arrive now.
Me as well, my friend. Me as well.
I'm a fucking alcoholic. All right,
Let me get back. Let's hear this letter. Yeah.
So again, this is 100%. I'm gonna leave this this person's name out for obvious reasons. But this is real, and I'll give you the backstory as soon as I'm done reading it. It says, "Dear Mike."
Solid opening.
Oh man, yeah. So yeah,
Clearly addressed.
this is
Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya.
that's right. It says, "Dear Mike, I'm writing a letter to you because I want to say something to you. Period." Which is, again, if you know anything about giving a speech, make it clear what you're doing up front.
Yes.
Again, this is not to shame this person at all. I'm not making fun of this person either. This is
Nor are we encouraging them to send us more mail.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Please stop. It says, "I'm writing a letter to you because I want to say something to you. You and I talked on Instagram, and we also talked on Snapchat too. One night, I screenshotted your picture on Snapchat, and the next day, I noticed that you didn't open my Snapchat. I sent you a message on Instagram, and then you blocked me," which I don't think I did, but "I had no idea what I did wrong. I Googled about screenshot on Snapchat and read that if you screenshot someone's picture, it'll notify them. I also read that taking a screenshot Snapchat is a seriously bad form, and no one should ever do it." It's fair. It's like the rule of Snapchat. I have never used Snapchat before, so I did not know there were rules you had to follow.
It's like a secret society.
That's right. It's like the secret menu.
Yeah.
"I'm very sorry I upset you. I'm very sorry I screenshotted your picture. I deleted your screenshotted picture. I take full responsibility for my actions. This is my fault. I would like to make things right with you. I will never do that again." And then they put their name at the bottom.
What punctuation did they end the letter with?
Exclamation mark.
An exclamation point.
Okay. All right. So here's the story of how this actually happened.
Before you get into it, what did she screenshot?
That's what I'm going to tie it on to the story.
Okay.
Yeah. So I brainstormed as soon as I opened this letter like 10 minutes ago, and I was like, I know who this person is. So she is a fan of mine on Instagram, which is very nice. I appreciate all my fans and everything. And she, one day when I was gone for a trip, I was just bored. I had Wi-Fi, and I was like going through all the messages and stuff. And she was like, "Hey, I'm a big fan of yours. Do you have a Snapchat?" And I was like, I don't like giving out my Snapchat for reasons like this. But I was like, I showed you guys the picture of her. She's a very normal fan. You know what I mean? Just a normal person.
Yeah.
I thought, she seems normal still, I guess. But I was like, okay, whatever. I'm kind of bored. And so I added her, and she proceeded to blow me up, like with, "Hey, here's me driving to work. Here's me arriving to work. I'm grabbing the handle, walking to work now." Like, it was one of those overbearing Snapchat users.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck. And so I'd open them, and then I wouldn't say anything. And I'd never sent this person a snap back, except for the one that I did, and that was text. And she hit me with like a million pictures, and then was like, "How's your day going?" And so I was laying in bed, and I was like, okay. I was like, "My day's going all right. How's your day going?" And then she screenshotted the one thing I sent her, which was, "How was your day going?" And so I was immediately creeped out, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm good on this. So I just deleted her on there. And then, she felt the best way to say she's sorry for screenshotting my text was to write a formal letter. And I think it's the best letter I've ever received in my life.
Yeah, formal letter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I picked this up from our P.O. box,
Mm-hmm.
and I look at it, and yeah, it says, Mike Sensi, Pop Smoke, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's no return address on this. And then I look at the stamp, and it says Canada.
Yeah.
And there's a little sticker that says airmail, then par avion, which I would assume is French for
airmail.
Please anal. Oh,
Yeah.
no, okay. Airmail.
Air anal.
Air anal.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay. And so I sent him a text. I was like, "Hey, man, you got a letter from Canada. There's no return address."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, okay, whatever."
Yeah, I totally gaffed it off. Yeah. I totally thought you were kidding.
Yeah, and he gets here, and sure enough. But so, are you sure you didn't send her like a sexy shirtless selfie? In
No,
bed?
see that I would
do
understand.
I only get those?
That's only for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Which looks better, pants or no pants? They're both pantsels. I'm just holding the pants. Yeah, no, so I would understand if I sent like a sexy one or something like that and she screenshot it, you know what I mean? That makes sense.
Yeah.
But for me to respond one time and for you to screenshot immediately, I was kind of like, okay, she's a little creepy. She's a little overbearing, so I was like, I'm good on that. And again, to the person I'm talking to, I assume you listen to the show. I mean, you seem very nice, and I appreciate the support, but you're a Snapchat monster.
What I appreciate is the fact that she Googled her indiscretion.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are oblivious to the dumb shit that they do.
Sure.
EP. And
True.
They just go about it.
But see, I really think it's because she's Canadian.
Yeah.
Like, this is the Canadian way of sorting things out. Like, they're just much nicer people.
Yeah.
So she's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit behind my typewriter and I'm going to write him a formal letter. The carrier pigeon one's on the way still.
Yeah, speaking of Canada, that's actually where my dad was born.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I'm a first-generation American to
There you
live
go.
in CONUS on both sides.
Very cool.
And furthermore, our executive producer just reviewed a Canadian MRE
Ooh.
on his social media.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you don't follow him, check him out, Steadbro America with some underscores in there. He's usually tagged in the bio of the page.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, their MREs are just a lot different than ours.
That's true. Yeah. I think...
There's like a note that said, believe in yourself.
Right, yeah. Actually, speaking of Canadian Forces, because we have a fan who's like, talk more about Canadian Forces, so I'm going to do a quick spiel about him.
Yeah.
The only time I ever worked with him is obviously in country, but it's not like I was, fucking stacking on doors with him or anything, but I'd see him in passing. The only time I worked close with him was when we went to Camp Wilson, in 29 Palms. Yeah. And so we were over in Tent City one time, and the Canadian Forces were like a tent over, and they mixed male and female birthing together. I don't know if you ever noticed that, but it was shocking because these females are not ugly, and they're literally walking around in bra and panties. So me and the boys from 3rd Marines are just like, whoa, just being absolute perverts.
Sneaky.
Yeah, and then there's just dudes in there, and they're like, there's girls like in just their underwear and like a shirt, like playing cards and stuff. Like they don't care about that shit at all.
Well, the thing with that though is you go to a beach and girls are wearing bikinis that are smaller than bras and panties.
Yeah.
So I guess the idea that it's supposed to be an undergarment makes it more mysterious.
Right.
And it's kind of funny. I saw a tweet. It was like a guy was replying to a tweet, and it was a girl in like bra and panties, and he was like, yeah, I used to have to stay up to 3 a.m. lying to a girl to get pictures like these.
Yeah.
And now they're just everywhere.
Yeah, and one of those, you can keep that.
Yeah, girls will like send like pull their cleavage down a little bit on their shirt, but like, you can keep that picture.
And then you go on their wall and it's like them and just nothing but tits. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, so shout out to all our listeners in Canada.
Yeah, for sure. Good people.
We appreciate you.
Just send more letters, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
That was pretty cool.
Also, there is something that I wanted to cover.
Mm-hmm.
We are listened to in, I think, EP, 55, 56 countries? 56 countries. And so sometimes our humor doesn't always translate or transcend the language barriers.
Sure, yeah.
So I got a DM from a follower who's from Indonesia.
Okay.
Yeah, and so he was like, hey, just wanted to say, like, love your show. Kind of broken English, but better than my, I don't even know the language they speak. Better than my Indonesian.
No,
so,
okay, sure, yeah.
Respect to him.
Nice.
My Spanish is coming along because I got a big trip coming up.
There you go.
And I'll talk more about that.
I was like, plug your trip later.
As the time gets closer.
That's right.
Yeah, so basically he reached out to us and he was just like, hey, like, all the gay jokes that you guys make on the show, like, is that for real? Haha, or are you guys just like joking? I was like, nah, like, we're just joking.
Yeah.
Like, there's a level of comfortability between the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not actually wearing pants right now.
He really isn't. Like,
no integrity.
That's not a joke. He's actually not wearing pants right now.
Yeah, like as the host of the show, I'm entitled to like one prima donna moment per episode. Yeah. And so I came out of my dressing room when they were brainstorming, and I was like, I just want to make one thing clear.
Yeah.
And they're all like, oh, like he's gonna limit our creativity. And I was like, I am not wearing pants for this episode.
I would never accuse you of limiting creativity. I would never.
And they're like, okay, yeah, that seems fair.
Yeah.
And I want a bag of gummy worms. No,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, nah, man, like, we're just joking. So for all the listeners, if we do make jokes and make you uncomfortable, please don't take us that seriously.
Yeah, for sure. And let us know. Because, I mean, we called the show The Smoke Pit because this is how you get to talk freely in the smoke pit and air your grievances and maybe talk a little less PC than you would around other people. So that's what we try to do when we're here. So if we go over the line or you're confused by something, let us know.
Yeah, and so, like, Yeah, I am pretty suicidal, but maybe not as bad as it comes off on the show.
It's true. Yeah.
You know,
maybe tone down the references a few. That's about it.
People love my references.
And I also don't cream pie people every night, no matter what Dan says. So.
But when he does,
Jesus
he
Christ,
is fueled by
saying.
Strike Force Energy.
I don't know if they'll like that plug.
Use our discount code Smoke Pit to buy yourself some Strike Force Energy.
Yeah.
For when you too need to cream pie your seventh girl in the evening, and you get tired, you'll need 0 calories, B vitamins, energy, caffeine. Strike Force Energy.
There you go. It's a good product, though.
It is. It is usually in my beer whenever you see me.
Yep.
Because I need energy for this.
That's right. Yeah. It's exhausting.
But furthermore, and he was like, "Oh, okay." Like I was just checking, and then so like I go to look at his profile, and he has you in his bio.
Dude, wait. Are you talking about the Indonesian guy?
The Indonesian guy. He's like big fan of Mike Sensi. Yeah, see right there.
I got fans.
And then, so here, let me pull it up directly because I don't want to think it's hyperbole. Like I'm going to quote what he said.
Okay.
Like I know you believe.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I want our listeners to see what this young man had to say.
This makes you so uncomfortable.
And he was just like, I think that Mike would make a great power bottom.
Shut the fuck up.
So I thought that, Indonesia, they've got a lot of different beliefs, like, different religions. There's a big Islamic presence out there, and they get really skittish about that.
Sure.
So I thought he was just like, hey, like, if I show my friends this, they're going to stone me to death. Like,
right.
But no, he wanted to bone you to death.
Sure. Listen, I'm gonna. Where's camera A, B, camera?
Yeah.
I want to say I appreciate everybody who supports me and supports us and everything that we do. It truly, truly means the world. But a lot of you guys creep me out. So, and I know it's just passion and like the formal letters and the tag in the bio saying you want me to be a power bottom, all good stuff. But take about 20% off the top. That's all I ask. Again, I try to read everything and see everything and respond to everybody, but there are people I don't respond to because they are pushing it a little bit. So if you could just scale it down, it would make me feel a lot better. That's it.
Just be respectful.
Be fucking respectful.
Asking,
yeah,
exactly. Like if you want to cornhole him, at least maybe send some whiskey to the P.O. box first.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, send whiskey.
Yeah,
that's all I ask. If you send booze to the P.O. box, we can talk about it.
Is that even legal though?
I don't think so. Maybe not internationally for sure, but
yeah. So, speaking of messages. Have you ever been personally victimized by autocorrect?
By autocorrect? I'm sure I have. I don't know about bitch or beach, but yeah, I'm sure I have, yeah.
Yeah, I remember once a while back there's a young lady that I was interested in, and it was kind of like late night sexting, and maybe you have a couple drinks. Like you're not quite as poetic as, let's say, AJ.
Right.
You don't have quite as much flowery language.
Exactly, with his $20 words.
And it gets to the point where you're just like, yeah, I can't wait to lick your vag all night. And then
that's got beer in my eye. So what did you? I just snorted it. So what did you say when the guy told you that? Oh, boom! It was a gay reference.
Roasted.
Indonesia. Calm down. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it came out as I can't wait to lick your vag all night.
Sure.
But then lick got autocorrect to kick. So it came out, I can't wait to kick your vag all night.
That sounds like a shitty like mumble rap lyrics. like I'm gonna kick your vag like karate. I'm gonna beat it up.
No, but like I guess if she's into that kind of stuff,
I guess
there's girls out there that like to get manhandled and
so what did she say when you threatened to kick her in the vagina?
Question mark.
Oh, fair. Yeah. Okay. What did you respond with? Just a kick emoji?
No, I unsent it.
Oh, okay.
And then retyped it.
Nice.
However, though, yeah, like I don't know about you, but there's sometimes when you're like going down on a girl for like a prolonged period of time, and it's like, all right, so you get X amount of time of foreplay and you get X amount of time of sex.
Sure.
If you can't get off in that amount of time, I feel like that's your own fault.
Agreed.
I need like 3 minutes of friction with my jeans, and I can get myself off.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
You know, like I can sit there just kind of like rubbing my pants and like at the DMV, and I get myself off. That is scientific fact, my friend.
That is the most horrible vision. I just went to the DMV the other day. That's why, because I saw the line of people.
I was there.
And you're just rubbing your jeans against the wall. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, so if you go down on a girl for like, 20, 30, 40 minutes.
Gracious.
Yeah, and then, you give her like a respectable amount of sex, like, 20 minutes or so.
Sure.
So if she can't get herself off in like, 30 to 50 minutes, an hour maybe, I think that's on her.
I can agree with that. Yeah.
And so it's just like, you need to learn what the fuck you like and tell me what the fuck you like.
Well, that's true. People need to communicate more. Yeah.
Yeah. And so like after you've been down there for a while going down on a girl and it's like 45 fucking minutes and your jaw's sore and like your tongue's fucking cramping up, you're just looking at her clit and you're like, correct yourself. Like figure your shit out.
How many times in your life have you knife-handed a woman's clit and said, correct yourself?
In my head, several.
No.
I would like to make a promise right now.
What do you got?
The next girl that I go down on,
yeah,
if it takes that long, I will knife hand her vagina and yell, correct yourself.
You hear that, Stedman? Your clit's getting yelled at.
Calm down, Indonesia.
Exactly. Hence any confusion.
Yeah, so...
It's so funny.
How long do you usually go down on a girl for?
Look, I know you're doing this to put me on blast, but I'm not a fan.
I've heard good reviews.
And okay. Okay.
No, like all your conquests like to DM me afterwards.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Which I'm cool with. I mean, I don't mind 30
sure.
seconds.
They like to give you an after actions.
Yeah, because you know what? One thing that I think people take too far is Mike doesn't just cream pie fat chicks, okay? Most of the girls he cream pies are bad as fuck, all right? So there's no shame there in being Eskimo brothers.
Oh, my God. Why do you do this to me? This is going to hinder me getting a job when I get out.
I doubt that.
Yeah, probably not, but still.
Yeah, we'll go into podcasting full time.
Oof, yeah, very lucrative business.
No, just file your disability out nice and early, live off of that, make memes, and travel the world like I do.
All right, fair enough. That's true. All right, you speak from experience.
No, I'm a horrible example. Like most people cannot do that.
Well, right? I sent you the text the other day. There was that young 0311 who like makes memes in his spare time when he's not getting fucked in the field. He was like, you and Dan are who I emulate to be with my career. And I was like, woo, pump the brakes there, Charlie.
Thanks, but please reconsider.
Exactly, yeah. Go to school. I'm like choking him through the phone. So going down on chicks. So it's not that I don't like doing it, rather. It's fine.
He's a generous lover.
I don't mind doing it. I also don't like getting head. So I don't expect the girl to expect me to do that. And I make it very clear with girls.
And the disclaimer you make them sign.
I don't. I honestly don't like getting hit. There's a certain level of guilt. Maybe it's the recovering Catholic in me, but everything comes with penance, comes with guilt. And so when I do get head from people, just human beings, just whoever the fuck is around.
Canadian girls.
That's right. Yeah.
Truck stop.
When I do get head,
Indonesian man.
I'm not a fan of getting head because I feel like that's such like an intimate thing, and I don't like getting it.
Hey, brother, man, you don't have to explain yourself to me. It's America.
See, but if
you don't like it, you don't like it.
Agreed, but I get a lot of raised eyebrows when I tell anybody about this, even if I'm just bullshitting with people. Other dudes are like, you don't like getting head, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I really don't. Like, I'm just not a fan of it. I just feel guilty for some reason.
Yeah, if you don't fucking like pineapple on your pizza, don't put pineapple on your pizza. If you do, then put it on. It's America, you know?
I mean, that's weird, but it's fine.
Yeah, I'd just like to point out for those who can't see, like, we need to get a camera for EP Mike. He was over there making
He was doing
Italian.
The stupido. Yeah. So
you don't like pineapple on your pizza like a stupid.
That will never not be funny. If I do go down on a girl, it's 10 minutes max, honestly.
Okay.
Because let's face it, it's not like something I do all the time, so my jaw gets tired.
Yeah, and not only that, but
there's only so many letters in the alphabet I can mouth.
Yeah, then you got to learn the kanji alphabet.
Exactly.
And the Cyrillic alphabet.
No time for any of that. As a learned man.
That's straight AJ right there.
Yeah.
Like, he goes down on girls. Like,
he is notoriously known for that.
Yeah, like, I have had sex in the same room with him on more than one occasion. He was the first guy I ever met when I got to the fleet in the Marine Corps. I've known this guy forever. We've been in 11 countries together.
Yeah, that's fair.
And so, like, when he finishes doing the English alphabet, that's what he goes to other languages. Mm-hmm. He's like a retard on bath salts eating vag.
Yeah, he is known for it.
100% pro box muncher.
And good for him. Good on you, AJ.
Bro, I think that like he should come on the TikTok channel and give like tutorials, and we get like 1 billion views.
That's like the Well, I'm thinking as the critic in me and a friend of AJ's, I feel like that's the creepiest thing ever. But as somebody who appreciates quality content with the potential to be mini viral, it's not a bad idea. Because it's either like, oh, look at Uncle Creepy with his creepy fucking life lessons, or it's gonna be like, oh, okay, nobody cares. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So how do you think that we could make that like more approachable? I'm thinking
just conolingus for the masses.
if he's listening, we get Pitbull to do a collaboration.
He's a big fan, yeah.
And so he's just like dancing in the background, quítate la ropa, like giving instructions in Spanish as like AJ is like showing people how to be good at oral.
Okay,
I like it.
I don't hate it. We can go to the drawing board with it, but I don't hate it.
How about, like whenever we do things, sometimes we do dry runs.
Sure.
Whether you're doing attacks or filming a skit. So I'm saying we shave EP's head, put him in a white suit, and have him dance like Pitbull.
If not, for nothing else, I just want to do that and just do that.
If it works out, great. But if it doesn't, then nothing lost.
Lessons learned.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm all about that, actually. You've sold me completely on this idea. Just the idea of making EP look like Pitbull is probably the funniest thing I've ever heard.
That is fucking hilarious.
That's so funny.
Because, do you got a suit for Burbiz yet? A perfect opportunity.
Yeah.
All right,
it's going to be all white. I hope you like all white.
Yeah, I'm going to go on Jacobs and Brothers right now, if that's a real website.
Actually, I haven't got a suit for Burbiz either, so we need to go suit shopping.
Yeah.
That was it. Just a little sidebar for everybody listening.
Yeah, because we got Burbiz coming up in D.C. on August
9th.
9th.
Hell yeah.
August
like 14th.
14th, yeah. October 9th is Norfolk Burbiz.
Yeah.
For those East Coast listeners who want to come hang out, come have a beer. It's on us. Open bar.
And also, after Burbiz on the 14th, the Silkies hike is coming through Virginia Beach.
Yeah, the Silkies hike.
We need to plug that.
Yeah, the Irreverent Warrior Silky hike. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're doing their podcast Monday, Stedman.
No, that's 21 Gun Salute podcast, right?
That is their podcast.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks for making me look like an asshole, EP. I appreciate that.
That's the worst answer you could have given. For
that's
all those
our Stedman.
That's our Stedman. He literally just shrugged and said, I didn't know. We do need a camera for Stedman. I agree 1,000%.
Yeah, so speaking of things that I didn't know, recurring guest Lindsay and I went out for a birthday.
Nice.
Went to Dave & Buster's and we played trivia.
Okay.
You know what fucking question I got fucking stumped on?
What's that?
It was about Picasso's mistresses. I lost the round.
How could you get it wrong?
Because I didn't know who Picasso's mistresses, plural, were.
I guarantee Picasso didn't even know.
And they had like European, Italian names like Priscilla and
of course
Manifesta.
Yeah, Manifesta.
I just took Manifesto and made it feminine.
Exactly.
Spanish lessons, Duolingo, paying off. But no, like that, and it's like the people next to us got it right, and they're like looking over us, like, oh, these are these boots. I don't even know who Picasso's mistresses are.
Right, exactly, yeah.
And honestly, I feel like that's the potential that this show has to get to.
Ooh.
That we can get so famous and so successful at helping veterans and helping people transition that future generations will be completely and undeniably aware of who your mistresses were.
Oh, Jesus Christ. See, I knew that joke was coming, and I did nothing to prevent it.
I mean, would that be indicative of you getting married to have mistresses?
Yeah.
We do not condone cheating on this show.
We do not condone marriage on this show.
Only when a man and a woman love each other very much.
That's right.
And do things that like couples do, like go to picnics and...
Did you see that picture earlier online of somewhere in a barracks far, far away? They did a barracks wedding. Did you see that? It just started floating around. You'll see it probably tonight. But
probably.
Yeah, it's the cringiest picture I've ever seen in my life.
I've seen pictures of people getting married at like Taco Bell and shit.
I'm all about that.
Yeah.
I'm all about like an ironic wedding like that. I'm all about it. But at the barracks, I mean, there was like a little formation. And it was like a guy and a girl, and like, it was just horrible.
Wait. Was he like a cadet or like an officer?
I don't know. I didn't get the backstory, but it was a formation. It was a man and woman up front, and then some dude holding a book in the front. I don't know if it was just for the picture's sake or if it was an actual ceremony, but it was just horrific.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what qualities are you looking for in a person if you were to marry them?
Are we doing this?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I have been talking to a certain lass, as you all know.
Oh, what?
Yeah. And I think everything about her is kind of what I'm looking for. So
Wow.
yeah,
That's
brownie points. What that is.
that's a big statement.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to respond to that.
But you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah,
so,
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, there was more things I was gonna say about what people who love each other do.
Sure.
But I intentionally didn't say because I didn't want to call you out.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
But
you could get matching tattoos, yeah, for sure.
I didn't say it.
I mean, it's permanent. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, but you said that you wanted that tattoo for yourself for a while.
Maybe not that specific one, but I wanted something similar to it. Yeah, for sure. And
So
I actually even said when we were getting it, because I went first. The artist that was doing it, he was kind of like, "Oh, she looks like she's gonna back out, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Even if she does, like, I just have a cool tattoo. Like, it's a win.
Right on.
It's a win-win."
Oh, I'm happy for you.
Yeah. It's going swimmingly as of this airing right now. So that's
Stand
good.
by
That's
for
good.
future updates.
That's good. Yeah.
So we put a call to action out for people to ask us questions that they wanted to be answered on the show.
Oof. Okay.
And usually we only get like one response, and it's from EP Mike saying EP Mike should be on more.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true.
This time we actually got a good response.
I agree.
How many women has Mike? Nope.
Jesus Christ.
So we got a message from the Chug for Vets guys. Let me get on the show.
For sure. I love those guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're going to be meeting us at Burbiz, and
yes.
Burbiz is setting up a podcast studio up in DC for veterans. And so the condition with that is I talked to him or her offline.
Yeah. That's right.
And they would wear their merchandise mask that they have.
I love it.
Their identity would be kept anonymous.
For sure.
Because whether they're active, guard, reserve, foreign military, veteran, you don't know.
That's true.
And we get a lot of like anonymous tips and stuff. And so it's important for people to know that we're not just going to be like, oh, it's this guy.
100%. Actually, the people or peoples at Disgruntled Doc said the same.
Yeah.
I know they listen every week, which we love them for that. But
yeah, that's the dude I was snapping with when the sadness burrito incident occurred.
That's right. You were. Yeah.
So if you don't know about that, do yourself a favor and go listen to that episode.
It was
one of the darkest moments of my life. Moving on. Let's see. Combat Comb-Over said how to convince a girl to eat your ass. I told him that if she doesn't, both the mics will. And that ultimatum.
See, I'm not about backdoor stuff in the slightest, because I think people like the idea of it more than the reality. I'm not calling out people who like the reality, because there's a lot of people who love the reality. But I think
love eating ass.
That's what I'm saying. But
like freshly showered only.
Exactly.
Like I'm not an animal.
Obviously.
One time after the gym.
Oof. How was that? Is it not bad?
Honestly, she was very clean.
That's good. Good for her. Good for her.
Like,
good for you. Good for America, really.
Yeah, she's currently like a fitness model and Vogue model out in LA.
Okay, a little humble brag there, but all right. And honestly,
I
that's
just meant like the fact that she's like very like pristine.
Right. No, and that's honestly good, because
flowing robes.
That's good, because I feel like there's more ass eating horror stories out there than we know. So.
Oh yeah.
And I just don't want to be part of that, so I'm not about it.
Honestly, like
I'm kind of a prude. Yeah, I'm kind of a prude when it comes to sexual stuff.
I mean, if that's who you are, that's who you are. You know.
Again,
like, I don't
I'm
like
Catholic,
pickles, and so I need to date somebody who likes pickles.
Who doesn't like pickles?
I don't.
I love pickles,
and that's why I always give you my pickle whenever we get sandwiches.
You do, actually. Yeah, I thought you were just being a bro, but turns out you want me to eat your trash.
All right. So Truly or White Claws?
Oh, White Claws. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Lindsay said as well.
Yeah, White Claws for sure. And now I'm not endorsing them because they're not good, but White Claws.
At least you put a Strike Force in it.
I did. I have done that. Yeah. Actually, what I had to do the other weekend when I was like posting about I was drinking White Claws is I had to mix it with like a half a shot of vodka and Strike Force to kind of get a little more alcohol content and taste a little better. So
fair enough.
Yeah, I'm an alcoholic. So
yeah, we got. Are men intimidated by independent women? Why do all the dumb girls get laid?
Ooh, I assume this is a girl?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, she's a fetch young lady.
Fair enough.
Here, like I'll profile so you can look.
What's
But like, while you're thinking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like, why do you think that is?
Why do all the dumb girls get laid? Well, I mean, it's the same reason dumb guys get laid, because they're fucking dumb. And it's just like they don't use their over analyzation like other people do, who's like, oh, I want to impress him or her, I want to do this and this. They just go, hey, what's up, won't fuck, and then it happens.
Yeah, and
you
then
you gotta be a caveman or cavewoman.
And then dumb girls don't think too much about all men's secrets and lies.
Right.
And so they're
dumb people are constantly getting laid.
Yeah, seriously.
And I love it.
It's like, you want some fried chicken and some sex?
Right, exactly.
Solid reference.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you always crush the references.
Yeah, and so I think that is the fact that you are smart enough to know what you deserve and self-respecting enough to not allow yourself to get anything less than that.
100%. You do a risk factors analysis,
Yeah.
and then you go with the smartest option.
Yeah, and so like Mike and I have different philosophies on dating and mating.
For sure.
And so I prefer, quality over quantity, as does he.
Oh, then how is it different?
Not everything has to
Oh
be
my
different.
God.
I was about to say that's one of the things that we agree on.
So what do we disagree on, Dan?
Use of condoms.
Go on.
I think unless you're in a committed relationship, you should use condoms, just for peace of mind.
I'm not okay. I'm not against the use of condoms. Obviously, practice safe sex because it is the safer and smarter choice.
Yeah.
I would just prefer not to use them.
No, that's perfectly reasonable.
And that's it.
It feels better. It's more intimate. I totally get that.
And there you go.
Let's see here. What is the scariest situation you've been in, both CONUS and OCONUS?
Wow.
CONUS,
Scariest.
for those of you who know who's continental U.S., and then OCONUS is overseas continental U.S.
Outside.
There we go.
Yeah.
God,
You've been out for too. I was gonna say you've been out for too long.
It's only been 3 years, but you'd brain dump a lot of shit.
Well, of course, because
Yeah.
it's not all useful. Scariest. Well, I mean, I guess. Yeah,
I think I was doing an operation on my first deployment, and we were clearing a city, and it was, I think like maybe 3 or 4 in the morning. The sun hadn't come up yet, and I'm walking down the street with my team, and we're moving tactically and prying corners and doors and windows and stuff. And then I see this Pogue unit that was like they think they were like Intel or something.
Okay.
And so they were there with one of the other squads, and they were doing tactical site exploitation, TSE.
Yep.
And the acronym has changed so many fucking times.
It has, yeah.
And so there's this like Pogue fucking sergeant who had like this brand new fucking nice Benelli, like all the cleanest, freshest gear, all the tactical shit. Meanwhile, I had a fucking zip tie in the buttstock of my saw, because the pin was gone.
That's all you need.
Yeah, I mean, she still ran like a charm.
There you go. Yeah.
And so like we kind of like linked up for them briefly, and then I guess his guys fucked off somewhere, but he was sitting here like keeping an eye on us, so like talking to us, and he looked back and his unit's gone. And then my unit starts moving out. And here I am, like 19-year-old PFC, and the sergeant is like, "Don't leave me, bro."
Oh.
And I'm like, this fucking coward.
Wow.
Like I was like, all right, fine, like I'll stay with you for a little while, because if he gets fucking snatched and ends up in an orange jumpsuit, I'm gonna feel bad.
That's true. Yeah. He literally put the call out, "Help me."
Yeah, exactly. And which I think is really unfair to do to a boot as a sergeant of Marines.
Wow.
Like I know different branches have different
Sure.
levels of importance, but as a sergeant, we only had one in our entire platoon of 50.
Yeah.
Like a sergeant's a big fucking deal.
It's true.
And so he's a sergeant. He's like, "Oh, don't leave me." My fucking squad's fucking off, and I'm like trying to like get a hold of them. Like, "Hey guys, come back."
Yeah.
And then they fucked off around the corner. I was like, "Well, fuck." And then a few minutes later, his squad comes back around. They're like, "Hey, dumbass!" Like, and he fucking fucks off with them.
Oof.
And I just remember thinking, like, I am all alone.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna be the one in the orange jumpsuit.
Right. Exactly.
And they're gonna fucking drug me and like run a train on my ass. And it was. And so I was just like, okay, I know where the next checkpoint is because I paid attention in the fucking the train brief.
Right.
And so I am running through these fucking orange groves in Iraq, pitch black dark, by myself, and taking lefts and rights at like markers that I remember from the key terrain features and stuff. Going down roads and alleys, and there's a mosque. I know I got to go left. There's the water plants. I know I got to go north. And eventually I link it back up with my squad, and I gave my fucking team leader a goddamn piece of my mind.
Of course.
I was like, how did you not fucking know I was missing?
No shit, yeah.
He's like, well, why were you missing, boot?
Yeah.
Like, typical fashion, like, put the blame on me. I'm like, well, a sergeant told me to stand behind, and you guys took off before we could do anything.
Right.
But so for like, and honestly, it was maybe like a quarter mile, maybe a half a mile in between point A and point B, but being 19, all alone, by yourself, dark street, fucking... in your first deployment, and I had a SAW, so it's an open bolt weapon system. It's not as reliable.
Exactly.
Like some bad guys come around the corner, and it's like jam.
Yeah, you can spray and pray, but yeah.
Yeah, like hopefully I don't get a fucking double feed.
100%,
like,
yeah.
Otherwise I'm going to have to go to my fucking K-bar. Just pull a fucking M67 off my chest and drop it at my feet.
Exactly. Just lick your K-bar and be like, here we go.
Yeah, here we go, biatch. And just like that, like quarter mile, half a mile, just like running by myself on like turn my brain off and just went on pure instinct.
Oh yeah.
It was probably one of the most scared I've ever been.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
I wasn't ready for this question.
How would you not ready? Like
I was listening. I was enveloped in your story. You're a
Okay,
natural born storyteller.
That's fair.
I think scaredest Oconus. See, I wasn't really scared. I was more aware than scared. And I told the story on the show before when I ran across with Doc to meet my Marines. The dude had his eye bulging out and stuff.
Yeah.
I think I wasn't scared in the moment. I was scared after the fact. In the moment, I was like, I want everybody to open up on me. Like, I want this shit to go down, but it didn't. So I think just me being hyper vigilant of what was happening didn't resonate or turn into fear rather until after the fact. Because after the fact, when your adrenaline dies down, you're like, what the fuck was I doing? Like, I think it was one of those things. But I can't remember. I mean, there's of course been dozens of times where you can feel something's gonna happen or you feel scared or anxious, but. Yeah, I think that's the most when I ran into the open to save that man's life. They were all alive. Nothing happened.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there because it's kind of hard to pick one moment.
Right.
Just where comes to the top of the highlight reel, and at the time, like I think personally, it is scarier not being shot at than it is to be shot at.
100. I told a lot of my boots. I get to say I had boots in 1-3 because nobody had deployed to Afghanistan yet.
Yeah.
And I was the RP, nobody fucking cared. But I told them all the time, like a lot, I would say 90% of my anxiety that was combat related came from the unknown. Like when you be driving through that bazaar or you be foot patrolling and it's quiet, you're like, what the fuck? And then nothing happens and your heart's racing, your adrenaline's going, and you're just like, fuck, man.
Yeah, I agree with you there, and it's because when you get shot at, you execute your SOP.
Mm-hmm.
You start doing your job.
Yeah.
Because as guys like you and I, we're really not doing our job unless there's danger.
100%.
And so not knowing where the bad guy is to me is scarier because once you actually got shot at, you're like, okay, that's where the threat is. I can orient my body. I can begin fire movement and. Whatever the case is, pop smoke, get out of there, base fire, whatever the fuck case is, you know? Yeah, a million different things. Mm-hmm. So, like, knowing where you could focus and then also kind of being aware and turning the map around, be like, all right, that might be a distraction. We might get L ambush from this side. We might get layered ambush from over here.
Yeah.
If I'm going to run to that piece of cover, is that a fucking IED?
Yeah.
And so your brain starts thinking, and so now you have something to focus on. But full 360 degrees, fucking 3-story buildings with windows and rooftops.
Yeah.
Like fucking murder holes and lines of sight that go, a quarter mile down to the mosque, where the sniper could be.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking terrifying.
Actually, you know what? I changed my answer because I just thought of my real answer. The scariest I've ever been Oconus. It was actually my first convoy outside the wire. It was 9 hours, and I had just been slamming rippets and jolts because I was nervous.
Yeah.
It was my first time ever leaving the wire. It
That's
happened
fair.
to be a mounted convoy, so I was like, okay, cool. I'm at least a little safe.
Yeah.
And so we go, and my bladder is about to explode like 10 minutes outside the wire, and I didn't have a Gatorade bottle. I had nothing. I was not prepared. I didn't know the fucking rules. And so I'm just like full, and I was just like nervously drinking more water. I didn't know the fuck I was doing. And then so we found an IED. Lead Vic found one, and they're like, all right, call EOD. And EOD's like, I don't know, it's somewhere between 3 and 17 hours, whatever. Mm-hmm. And so we're sitting there, and we're all still, and so I got to open the door and take a piss, and I was like, finally. So I finally fucking got back in the vehicle. I was kind of looking around. I was like, we are in between two mountains right now. And I was just kind of looking around, and nobody was really saying anything, but you could feel the tension in the Vic. Everyone just kind of like, oh, fuck, we are just right. This is Ambush Alley.
Yeah,
like,
this is exactly where they would want us to stop.
100%. And to find an IED. So literally my first time, nothing happened, but like the first time I left the wire, I was like, holy fuck, we are going to get destroyed. And then like the XO happened to be in the Vic with us, and he was like trying to calm everybody down, and he was just like, oh, we have a Marsoc should be up on that mountain. I'm like, you're fucking lying. We do not have Overwatch. I guarantee we don't. We were supposed to do a fucking logistics run. Like, there's no Overwatch for this. So
and Marsoc, like,
yeah,
they were probably fucking just chilling out,
100%,
like,
yeah,
just being cool guys.
Yeah, they're just deadlifting. They're just hanging out.
They just they'd slit like 20 throats and
yeah,
tie
exactly,
them all to an E-steak, and they're just fucking deadlifting 20 bodies. Like one guy's on security, but he's looking at Hustler.
100%, yeah. Yeah, they were not. We did not have Overwatch 100%. So that is my answer. That's the most nervous and scared I was, because it was all the things. It was my first time. It was the unsureness, and it was the fact that it probably should have happened. If I were the enemy, I'd be like, why don't we attack this fucking convoy? They're just sitting here. Yeah,
like, this is a little too easy.
Yeah, 100%.
And their Spidey sense went off.
That's
and
right.
Like,
yeah,
there is Marsoc.
Yeah, they're like Marsoc's. Marsoc's in the
easy.
mountains. Yeah,
it's like
this
the princess.
This is bad country.
Like the Princess Bride, when he's just like, I knew that you know that I knew that you would know.
Exactly, 100%. Yeah.
And they're like, no, cancel the ambush. And it's just Mike with his finger up his nose. Like, I gotta really pee, guys.
Yeah, that's right, man. That was a long pee. Yeah, I can smell everything. Yeah. I want a shirt that says it now. There's Marsoc in the mountains. Just a Taliban fighter like looking around.
Yeah, no shit, man.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, because I know what you mean, because the first patrol of my second deployment was terrifying.
Yeah.
Because my first deployment, like, I was really stupid and like kind of romanticized violence.
Of course, yeah.
And then when you actually see violence, you're like, fuck.
Yeah. You're like, it's very loud.
Immediately regret this.
Why is this so loud?
And then so like I was always really scared for like my boots, because like I didn't care if I got schwacked.
100%.
Like,
yeah.
my wife was probably cheating on me anyways.
Exactly.
And as long as like. Yeah, as long as I didn't get anybody else killed, like
right.
that was my big fear, was people relying on me, and that's why I wanted to do my job better, because other people relied on me.
100%.
Yeah. All right, so I think we got time for one more quick question. Miss me? Yes, Kirby, I miss you very much. We still have to edit that episode from Australia. I'm just not gonna lie, I've just been too busy looking at your dreamy eyes. All right, is it Hereditary? What the fuck is that? Who has the highest rank? That would be co-host Mike.
This guy. Ooh, I did the RVD in the RVD shirt.
RVD,
this guy. Staff NCO. God damn it.
Yeah, and because it's super fucking hard for us to pick up rank, man. Like,
well, yeah,
it's not saying that it's not for you.
And
That's
you're right.
not a shot against you.
Yeah, I got that.
But the whole concept of the Terminal Lance comic strip is it's not uncommon for an infantry marine to get out as an E3 after 4 years of honorable service.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, the fucking Army's over there just handing out fucking promotions.
Fascinating, the difference, yeah.
Fucking meritorious boards and so. Like, it's absolutely fucking crazy. But yeah, so we're going to take a quick break. And actually, we're going to bring EP on because he's got a story for us.
I'm very excited. I'm going to man the EP rails while Stedman tells a story. So
yeah, and so make sure to check out our other sponsor, VictorAlphaClothing.com. They have fantastic apparel. They donate a lot of money to charity, so check them out. And we're back with the world's third shittiest executive producer. He's recently been promoted, so congratulations.
Thank you, Dan. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, how's it feel?
Amazing.
Yeah.
No longer the worst.
Yeah.
Getting to the best. Almost there.
You know, just a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one footstep.
Exactly.
And not deleting one episode for once. All right, so we have a funny story. I was out about getting into mischief, and EP Mike was here in the studio, and he had an unexpected visitor.
Yes, I did, Dan. So, I was here doing some edits, as I were, deleting audio, not really. And I heard some rustling in the kitchen. And I was like, is Dan back already, from his little mischief stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, let me get my broke ass up, because my knee's broken from fucking fat chicks for the past week. And, so I walked out, and then, anyway, I walk out here to the studio lounge area, And all of a sudden, I see trash everywhere. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I just kicked some trash out last night. Like,
Wait. Is this a euphemism for the women in your life, or like actual trash from like the studio kitchen?
the studio kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah. Anywho, I walk out and I see trash everywhere. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, did Dan come back drunk and just started throwing shit everywhere? So, next thing you know, I see this fucking, no shit, a fucking squirrel come flying out of the damn trash can through my legs. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Out of all things that happen right now, this very moment, a fucking squirrel.
Yeah.
So, I see go under the couch in the lounge over there. And I'm like, okay, fucker. We're not, and, kept going back and forth. I lift one couch up, and I can't lift more than 20 pounds because of my fucking knee. So I lift one couch up, and I'm fucking trying to struggle with this fucking fat chick looking thing. And it goes to the other couch. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So a good hour later, after it's going, like, I even opened the back door. I was like, you can go, dude. You're free.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, fucker. I ain't playing these games anymore. I'm too broke to fuck with you right now. Mm-hmm. So I grabbed my fucking green screen pole.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Let's play a little game. So the little bastard went underneath the couch right here.
Yeah.
I shook it a little bit, stuck his head out. Boom! Right on top of his motherfucking head. Knocked his ass out.
Knocked him out.
Yep.
And
he was twitching. I mean, he's obviously still alive because I yeeted him out the fucking back door. And he wasn't there this morning, so I'm assuming he's alive, but there's part of his tail in the back patio. Yeah.
Either that or a predatory falcon picked up the carcass.
Not my problem anymore. It's not in the studio.
So if any of our listeners are members of PETA, Stedbro_America, let them know how you feel about that.
Follow me.
So, okay, I have several questions.
Okay.
So do you think that a window got left open, or like the door was maybe cracked open when I left or something? Like, how do you think he got in?
Honestly, I looked everywhere. The windows were fine. The doors were closed. We have a chimney in our studio for when it's wintertime. And the chimney screen was like half open. So I'm assuming the fucker came down the chimney. Like Santa Claus or some shit.
Do you think the squirrel was in the crotch of one of the girls you brought to the studio?
Oh, I probably wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, like you thought that she had a bush, but it was really just a bushy tail.
Probably so.
Okay.
Stuck up her ass, probably.
Okay. All right, so second question. You said that it took you about an hour of chasing him around the studio before you finally got fed up.
Yeah, because I was giving him a chance. I was like, look, man, I'll let you go. The back door's wide open.
It's fair.
I'll give you some freedom. And then after about 4 or 5 times, me trying to take the boxes off the couch, but on the other couch, it won't fall everywhere.
Yeah.
And lifting it up, and fucking my knee was buckling. I was like, all right, dude, I ain't playing these games anymore. You're fucking pissing me off.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, I'll give you one more chance. Did the same exact thing, looped around the damn the studio lounge, whatever. And I was like, all right, no, you're done, dude. I don't give a fuck. So he's done, I guess.
Okay, so you do a very good impression of a certain individual who was famous for communicating with squirrels in The Emperor's New Groove. Do you think you could? See, you got excited. Do you think you could tell us how you spoke to him in Squirrel to tell him that he had one chance left?
Oh, squeakers, squeakers, squeak, squeak, squeakers. Hey, Yzma. She says he didn't go. It's okay, Peter.
Yeah. So, if you could, in that voice again, please, if you wouldn't mind, if you had one message to the squirrel, what would you tell him?
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, it is not Patrick Worcestershire, however you say his last name.
Warburton.
That is our executive producer, Mike Stedman, who can do that. What country is The Emperor's New Groove filmed in? Or suppose it took place?
I'm going to guess a place where you might be going.
A little bit of foreshadowing.
Machu Picchu.
Yeah, a little place called Peru.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you are the adventurous sort and you like backpacking and you actually have a passport, let me know. Because I'm always looking for travel buddies because my 2 homo friends never leave. For pleasure, only for work. When was the last time you left the country for pleasure? Apparently going to Canada to cream pie chicks up there. Zing! That's for calling me gay. All right, so do you have any final clothing thoughts before we sign off?
Honestly, it's good being back on here again. I know it's weird circumstances for killing a squirrel. I don't know. Unconfirmed, because he was twitching when I threw him out, so he's probably still alive. Unconfirmed reports.
Yeah, we at the Smoke Pit do not condone animal cruelty, and so please know that his actions do not reflect myself and co-host Mike.
Yeah, they're over. This is the wall. Like, you want to come after me? Go ahead.
inviting our followers to send you dick pics and hate mail. It's a bold move, Cotton.
I get them all the time. It's fine. I'm used to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Any that stand out?
Not really.
All the time, though.
They stand up, not stand out.
Bye.
Bye.